What's up, Union? Welcome back to another episode of Pod the Union. I am your host, Raoul, and I am joined by two very, very influential people on YouTube and streaming when it comes to gaming. Today, I have Maniya here with me, and also there is a Koha in the background that you can't hear right now, but it will be there. And we also have Hella joining us today. Yes. So, guys, it's nice
Hi.
for you guys to be here today. Thanks for being here. Thanks for
The
joining.
Koha, the Koha was shouting all this time, I think, because I was muted, you couldn't hear. And even the tone part went by.
Tell me about your Koha. I heard you had a very aggressive argument with the Koha in one of your recent videos. I just want to bring that up,
When you mean recent, it was actually last year.
Was
Year
it?
out of I knocked the bugger down. And
But he's still being a problem.
Yeah, but not during the Aurudu. He wasn't here during the Aurudu. And now only the guy
He's
has
back.
come.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got his times mixed up, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, would you like to introduce yourselves? Like, okay, Maniya, would you go ahead and give me an introduction of who you are, what you do?
Yeah, well, I'm a YouTube content creator, not a YouTube content creator, actually a content creator plus a digital marketer, and I'm currently working at a marketing agency, and in my free time as a hobby, I stream and make content.
Okay, game streaming, is it?
Yep, streaming games. It's actually a hobby, but proceeding towards actually making it a full
career path.
Nice. Okay. Hella, would you tell me about yourself? Like, I've met you multiple times. I met you at basketball courts. I met you at gaming tournaments. I met you at college where I used to study before I dropped out. Let's not talk about it. But
hi. So I'm JLK Hella. So I stream for Gamer.LK, and I'm also the host and cast for Gamer.LK as well. And apart from that, I'm pursuing, as you know, the BScs of in psychology, and that's about it. For now, at least.
Okay, I like how your voice sounds very like radio presenter kind of voice.
Yeah. That's a huge story because I was planning on getting myself a table mic, and then I found this amazing table mic, the Razer Siren Mini. I bought myself that with so much of things I needed to do that day, but I still made it happen. And when I got it, I got to know that there is no software to control this mic. So I'm going to sound like this for until I get myself the software or a mic. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I want to ask you a question. Like, you introduced yourself as GLK Hella. Now, for me, it's just Hella, right?
Yeah.
But I see your tag as GLK Hella. Do you have to introduce yourself as GLK Hella? Or can you just go by Hella?
No, I mean, that's a good question. But... I could go as Hella as well, but the thing is, if I'm introducing myself as the host or a caster, so I'm a host and caster for Gamer.LK, so I go as GLK Hella. But in the near future, there is a small mix-up happening, and then I'll be going as Hella. But I'll be also streaming, not streaming personally, but in my own. That's a whole new thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
that you have to sort out. I get it.
I know. But I go as GLK Hella because most of the people actually knows me as GLK Hella. There was one. I'm so sorry for taking your time, but there's this one incident
By all means,
where
it's a podcast.
Yeah, I know exactly. It's the first time being into a podcast, so thank you so much for inviting.
Welcome aboard.
So there was this small incident where I noticed this because I thought to myself, okay, it's Hella, right? So I went to this place and. I went to get myself a t-shirt, so not just one or two. But then there was this random guy who came up to me. He was like, bro, you stream for Gamer.LK, right? Are you like GLK Hella? And I was like, yeah, that's who I am. And then I thought to myself, okay, so it's rather than saying Hella, I prefer GLK Hella.
It's become a personality now. It's a persona of yourself. Speaking of being recognized out in the public, this is a burning question I need to ask Maniya. Maniya, come on, man. I'm for sure you get recognized out in public. And what are the
Yes,
reactions
lot
like
of
when you get
times.
recognized?
Mania, you could start up with the one Mania. We actually went to the washroom. We were planning on going to the no, not together, but we were taking turns. But this
Yes.
was
You
this was
taking
back at
turns?
dialogue. Yeah, no, this was back. He wanted to go alone. Sorry, he wanted to go with me, Mania. Remember dialogue, and then what happened?
Guys, you'll
Yes,
have to
yes.
do some explaining here, okay? Give some context to the people
Yeah,
watching
yeah.
this, you know?
So
Uh,
we had this event for Dialogue 5G out of the event, and Hela wanted to go to the washroom with me, but
right, right.
however, the point is there was this what do you call it? A security pass, right?
Yeah, yes. It's like
Yeah,
yeah,
in
I
that
think.
in the Dialogue headquarters, there's a security pass that you have to pass through to get to the washroom. So throughout the day, we had to stay there for the whole day. So throughout the day, I went there many times, and the guy in the reception had to come and show his key card and let us in.
Okay.
Um, he didn't notice me until the last time I went to the washroom and came
Yeah.
back. So when I was about to go back, he called me, "Bro, can you wait? Are you Mania?" Like that. So all this time I went, but he didn't recognize.
Yeah, he did recognize.
So usually I get recognized on the streets a lot, more than 1 or 2 years back. And one
Okay.
time, I never expected this. I wore my hat, my cap, then
Yeah.
sunglasses, and then my face mask, and my face was fully covered. And still, someone recognized, and he was very confident about it. He wasn't like, "Are you Mania?" He wasn't like that. He was, "Ah, Mania, how are you?" Like that. He was so sure of it. I don't know
And
how.
like with everything on, like your cap, your sunglasses, mask, everything, and he still
Yes,
was like 100% sure.
yes, he was very confident about it.
Okay, but
And
how do you guys feel about getting recognized in public? Like what are your initial thoughts? Do y'all hate it? Do y'all like it?
no, I like it. I mean, it's fine because as long as they don't trouble us, I mean, they don't actually trouble. They come to us and talk to us, and if they want a selfie, they get that thing and talk to us for a few minutes. And I actually like
Yeah.
that because we get to finally interact
Engage
with
with our audience.
yeah, audience. Nothing negative I have experienced so far. So yeah, I enjoy it.
Okay.
But
Hella, what do you
sometimes there's this issue. Sometimes people judge you if there has been situations where I am a very anxious person. I'm an
right.
introvert, so
Yeah,
I
I get this a
usually
lot
look,
as well.
yeah, I usually look down and walk. I don't look into people's eyes because that gives me
Yeah.
anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get judged by that, saying that
They,
Muge Loku Kama, he doesn't look at us,
uh,
or
Right.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Loku scene
Yeah,
acting again.
yeah, yeah. I have heard
Aliolu
that
acting.
from
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
they sometimes want you to be the character you are, like you are on the on your channel,
On
like it
stream.
like
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. So if I'm like I'm really hyper on my stream, right? So but in reality, as you know, Raoul, I'm not that hyper, but
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
like just me. But they tend to be like, okay, just like Maniya said, muge me loku scene kati nikan kata karanne henna scene. It happens like with me also.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
But
it
that's
has.
you
that.
enjoy getting recognized, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
do.
I really do as well. Because it's nice to know you're recognized. It's nice to know when someone comes up to you and be like, oh yeah, you're Hella and stuff. It's actually really nice. And most of the Sri Lankans that I got recognized, they give you a privacy as well. They don't always follow you around.
Invade your
Not
privacy.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not that I know of, but they're actually pretty decent.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's funny because I have a few people who come up and say, "Hey, you're Raoul Ratnam from
Yeah.
Instagram, right?" And I've been like, "Yeah." And it's been good until your friends are there when that happens. And when your friends are there, they're like, and as soon as that person goes, they're like, "Oh, Thomas is celebrity neither. Thomas is celebrity status up to pain on neither." But it's
Yeah.
nice to be recognized and engage with people and talk to them and listen to what they have to say. And
Mm,
of
yeah.
course, they catch me at the most awkward times because either when I'm out, I'm either at basketball or I'm drinking. So when they come up to me when I'm drunk and they're like, because they're also drunk, right? At that point, and they have the guts to now come up and meet someone, and they're
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Yeah.
swinging, and they're like, "Wow, Raoul neither." And I'm like,
yeah.
"Yeah, that's
The-
me." But
and
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I knew about Mania's fame was when Piyumi Hansamale actually shared a story of Mania.
Yeah,
Damn.
one of my gameplays. Right?
Yeah, one of your gameplays which you screamed with, you were cursing. It was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
so that was
Some
epic
clip
as
that
well.
went viral. Yeah, some clip
Yeah,
that went
yeah,
viral
yeah,
on TikTok and everywhere. And Pumi Hansamali had posted it on one of her
yeah, yeah.
stories.
Damn. Okay. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
not
how
that,
I
not that
like
I'm
how
following. I know how Raoul
no
actually
no
will
no no
get
no
to it.
no 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 I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I like how he's following Pumi like
No, no,
before you.
actually,
Right.
no,
I
I
like
mean,
I love this.
my girlfriend actually mentioned, okay, this money, right? I was like, yeah, yeah, that's it. And
Now the blame
yeah,
game goes around.
yeah,
Okay. Right.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
You do realize she's gonna watch this after, right?
Yeah, yeah, I do
Yeah, yeah.
realize. I'm so sorry. I had to do this.
I
uh,
have I have a question. I have a question.
Yeah.
Maniya, are you dating someone now? We obviously know that Hella is now dating someone because he openly said it on the podcast. But
yes,
I know a lot of people also know that he's dating someone. Are you dating someone?
not at the moment.
I
No.
dialogue it
Okay.
out, man. Yeah.
Who?
I dialogue
Dialogue
it
it
out.
out, your friend no. You try to dialogue it out. Girlfriend is really come set karna then.
Hmm.
අර එක හරි ගියා නම් දැන්ට ඩේට් කරනවානේ.
Okay. The reason I asked you this question about whether y'all are dating is because I want to know how y'all manage time if y'all were in a relationship. Now, I know for a fact that your girlfriend is very understanding at the fact that when you go to her place and you pass out on her bed, she's very understanding that you've had a long day of work. But I know a lot of people who don't have that luxury. I know a lot of women who will be like, hey, you came to my house to chill, but you're just sleeping now. Like, but how was it? I'm pretty sure it took a while to get there also. I don't think it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
it took. Yeah, Rahul, I mean, being like, being pretty, understanding. It's actually, okay. Let me cut short on this because, so when I started dating, and when it was the first few phases of the relationship, it was like, all bubbly, and I missed my streams, and there were like a couple of things which I also couldn't do. And then in the mid phases of the relationship, I was like, you know what, I need to focus both the things together. And then I like when I start streaming, as you guys know, I work from 10 to 4, then
yeah,
again 5 to 8, then like it goes until early morning around 3 o'clock. So that's when I sleep. And then all 5 days of the week, I do that, and then I don't get a chance to meet her. And then when I do, as you said, so on Saturdays early morning 6 o'clock, I wake up to go to her place, and then I pass out there. But she's like pretty understanding because first phases we had small arguments and everything, it happens. And then afterwards even she understood, and things were like actually pretty okay, because it goes up to that standard to understand, because you need to have that arguments, you need to have those, because it's hard to balance, right, for a gamer.
yeah, of course.
And it's really hard to balance. So I mean she's pretty understanding, to be honest, so that's
And
a good
I'm
thing.
glad you have that, bro. Like because Kushan approached me and he said, "Why don't you start streaming for GLK?" Because he started working for GLK,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, "Dude, what are the times?" And he's like, "Oh, you have these slots and this time." I was like, "Look, no, man, I have other things to do. Like, no." But
Yeah.
I'm glad you found something that you like doing, even though I know the times are really hard for you. Like, it's definitely stressful. I'm not going to lie. That has to be very, very
Yeah.
stressful. And speaking
Yeah,
of
I have
stressful,
to I have to add to
yeah,
that. I even gave credit to Hela in one of my streams. I mean, the guy was it was a Red Bull event. I think the fight of life. The guy was shouting from the start of the event, and I felt sad as well.
yeah,
This guy
No,
because
is very much into it.
I remember this is the one with Dhaka. Am I right?
yeah,
He
it was
was
fight or
Exactly.
flight. He was there as
yeah,
well.
yeah. So Dhaka was telling me, right, because Dhaka used to stop the streams or whatever. He used to
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
casting and he used to come and he used to either play Apex with us or just chill for a bit and then pass out because he was tired. And he was like, man, Hella and these guys just finished streaming and they're just starting their own private streams now. And Dhaka is like, I don't know how these guys have the energy to do it. And dude, that's mad. That's like mad dedication to do that. So props to you and you guys
Yeah.
who do that.
I
And
mean, and on top of all that, it's just that it's hard. It's not that it's easy, but it's hard. At the same time, you need to reach that. When one of your streams hit 1K, 2K, 3K, that's the goal. That's the goal we all like to have.
Yeah.
And I'm not focusing on that part. I'm focusing on hosting, casting. But even when I go to Maniya, or even if I go to Hashan, you can see their streams like which hits 3K, which hits 4K. So it's like it's that aim you need to, you like to have. So
Yeah.
and even when I walked with Maniya, Maniya gets more recognized. So I mean, we have that small, small things hit us most. Like, yeah, we want to achieve those.
We want
So
to,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
where
So I
we
think I should
aspire
give
to
up
be.
to, yeah, Mania for that as well. So
Yeah. Mania, how is the time management for you with YouTube, content creation, digital marketing? How is that?
Yeah, I'm not really good at that. That's the issue. So the reason I have been a bit inactive on my YouTube is that there's
Yeah,
several reasons, but that's been one of the reasons because
because time management.
time management. Yeah, I'm busy with my day job, and actually I'm doing this day job to gain the experience, the
Okay.
professional experience I needed for my future work as well.
Right.
And I do streaming in the night. So after 9 p.m. I do streaming, and usually do twice a week. So I'm not that. I mean, how do you say?
With
okay.
time on your hands, like enough time to get some video
No,
out.
I mean, no. I mean, my schedule isn't that packed
Okay.
when it comes to streaming, because I stream twice a week.
Okay.
But there's another segment I do monthly where I stream from Monday to Friday, every night without a break.
Okay.
So that goes as streak week. That's something I
Okay.
started this month, and
Okay.
yeah. So right now I'm currently managing the stream aspect properly, I guess.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
need to get back into content creation because my YouTube channel will die off otherwise. Soon I will have to get back to it.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
3 months, I think, since your last video.
Yep,
Am I
yep,
right? Yeah. So
yeah.
it's sad to see like content creators come to that point where they don't have time to create content. But
Mm.
it's not, I know for a fact it's not easy creating a video either, because you have to script it, you have to think about where you want to go with it, what you have to do, and then
There's
you
a
have
lot
to
of
edit it.
aspects.
Yeah, you have to edit it, because what we don't understand and what we don't appreciate is like we'll go and we'll sit and we'll watch a 10-minute video of someone on YouTube, and we'll be like, oh wow, this is great, this is 10 minutes of my life that I enjoyed. But behind that 10 minutes of someone's video is like hours and hours of work.
Yeah.
And for people to be putting out content every week, at least one video a week, is hectic. Like it's mad hectic.
Yes. Really.
So props to you, bro, to do that. And I want to ask you, like, what was your inspiration to get onto YouTube?
My inspiration was actually I wanted to do something. In the beginning, I just wanted to do blogs because I was
Right.
inspired by Casey Neistat, if you know who that is.
Yeah, of course.
He does blogs, so I was inspired to do blogs, and basically, I just wanted to do something on my own as a hobby. And then from the blogs, I switched to gaming videos because I wanted to do gaming, and then to meme reviews and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I
So,
like your meme reviews. I came and watched a few of your meme reviews, and I just looked at your TikTok reviews also, and I saw some of the TikToks, and I was like, look, I like Mania's work, but the TikToks that are there are not for me. Like, no, like they're hella cringe, right?
the
It's like,
hella cringe.
yeah, hella cringe. Yeah. Yeah, you
Hella
should see
cringe.
my
that-
TikToks then. Yeah.
But Hella, do tell me what inspired you to get into game streaming and streaming content.
Well, I worked at Gamer Arcade way before this, way before everything began, and then Gamer Arcade actually gave me the opportunity. They were like, we see your potential, so I mean, so why don't you stream for us? And they gave me like a small payment, to compensate for that entire month. And then I was like, you know what? I mean, it's a good opportunity, and I haven't done this, so I was like, okay, let's do this then. And that's how it all began. It was like, I was so nervous, I don't know how what to do. And it was the first, like, I was kind of like the first streamer for Call of Duty Mobile.
Right.
And it was like no one knew what to do at that point. It was the first time we actually casted games, how things were as Gamer OK. And then it became like a chain, how people came into streaming and then
Yeah.
casting. And So what actually got me into this was actually, I should give it up for Game.K, being honest. But other than that, it was like, it was afterwards moving on. It was so much hard work, and that's how things began. So what drew me was, the fan base, how they actually approach, like, they kind of want to give you things to, get closer to you. They kind of want to get closer to you. Like, everyone actually came up to me to, came, like, on the chat, they were like, full focusing on, like, what I'm doing, and engaging. So I pretty much liked it as well. People were actually engaging, and I really liked it. That's how,
Okay.
that's why I got
Yeah.
into it.
One
Okay.
more
A
thing.
question. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
One more thing. So I started putting gaming content back in the day on my YouTube channel, and didn't really work out. I got a small audience, but didn't get much of the audience I expected. And even back then, I wanted to stream, but I didn't get any viewers. So
Okay.
streaming was at least actually one of the thing I wanted to do someday, and I think that YouTube channel paved the way for it. And
Right.
so I
Yeah.
am finally glad
Yeah.
to be able to
That
stream
did.
properly.
Yeah. I'm
Mhm.
glad then that worked out, because I know it's hard to get like viewers on YouTube for sure, because it's not easy to get that accumulation of numbers. But once you start getting it and once you start moving up, yeah, it starts falling
Yeah,
into place. But
yeah.
speaking about YouTube and gaming, like what sacrifices did you all make individually as people to get to where you
Oh.
are? Oof, I see the
Wow. I'll go first. I mean, I
by all
sacrifice a lot. I
yeah,
sacrifice a lot. I sacrifice, I think, my friends the most. Two of my best friends actually went to Netherlands and Switzerland, and I could meet them, and I could meet up with them on that final day. Also, I had a
stream.
stream which I was supposed to do, and then first of all, and so that's the first, and then my education, to be honest. So ACBT, back in ACBT, I couldn't do my final year. So, and I did it in the next year. So basically, uh, like, it was really hard, as in, like, it's hard to focus, your, how things are, like, parents, your financial wise, and you're 26 years old, and
Yeah.
it's hard to control everything. So I actually could not finish maybe it was back in 2013. I couldn't finish my final year, so 2014 was the year I could finish, and I did.
Okay.
And then my parents didn't actually believe that gaming and streaming was a thing, and
Yeah.
this is what
Yeah.
you want to do. So my first laptop was dashed to the ground, and that's because I was actually playing games. So I mean, they were never fans of gaming. So they
Yeah.
were never.
Yeah.
So this was not something I could bring up with to my parents. So I've got so much
So much
sacrifices,
shit.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, I think when I got my payment slip, and when they actually knew that this could mean something, this could do something, and when actually one of my friends dad actually spoke my dad into it, because I was pretty shape product fame and not that I'm famous right now, but product fame
Yeah.
I
Scene the shorty. Oh.
සේන්න ගෙනතේ ෂවටි එතකට තමයි මං හිතන්නේ my parents actually understood, and they were like, why not give it a try, and they are super
Try. Yeah.
supportive right now. Yeah, they are super supportive. Even my PC, like the whole setup, they got it for me. I'm real proud of them right now.
Yeah.
And not back in the days though. It was so hard.
It is
so,
hard. Yeah, I can
so it
imagine,
was
bro.
it
I've
was
been
so
there.
hard.
Yeah,
It was
I've
so
been
hard.
there.
And,
And what
and
about
that's
you,
how my life
Maniya?
story.
It was hard for me to manage my degree while I was
Okay.
mainly focusing on my YouTube channel back in the last 3 years. I put a lot of effort into my YouTube channel, and actually, I couldn't do really well on my degree, but I managed it as well. Other than that, I think my parents were really supportive, and yeah, that's about it. I didn't
Okay. I
went
think
to.
I think this has a correlation between us not doing
Yeah.
our degrees at the start and then finishing it and being very good as being creators. I think that has some correlation with it. I
Yeah,
think
I guess
because
so.
we don't fit into that norm of society of like working 9 to 5 jobs. Because I think that's our out of the box thinking patterns. Put it out there. I've come across multiple female streamers, not the ones that GLK has, but like the other ones on Facebook who are streaming gaming, and they just sit there in like the lobby and like, I know how to kiss a cock, I know how to make it a like,
That's been so specific right now. Yeah.
is it? I don't know. I'm just saying,
Are you saying multiple or single?
multiple people, just not one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
like,
no pointing.
Yeah, I think
yeah,
Mania should answer this first. Mania, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think that I know the person you are mentioning here, but I don't think that she's I mean actually a streamer. She's just doing what she can do to earn some money there,
yeah,
and I wouldn't consider her as a streamer. That
yeah.
would be really not nice what she is doing. Um, and are there anyone else like that?
I feel like there are a few who are out there that I don't know how to give examples of, but like they are just there for the clout. They're just bringing out the fact that they are female to and not bringing
Yeah,
out
I
any
think
gaming content
that's
per se.
something. Yeah, that's something I think common in all around the world that many female streamers get more viewers than men,
Yeah,
and some actually in international level also just put whatever they have in their
Yeah, like
let's say boobs. Yeah,
yeah,
they just put
yeah,
out their boobs and try to get views, and that
yeah.
works.
I
And I
mean,
think
yeah,
that's what
obviously,
that
but
works. Yeah,
yeah,
and
I
I
hate the
don't.
fact that it happens because I mean,
Yeah,
like
same.
the three of us put in like a lot of hard work, and I am nowhere
Yes.
like compared to y'all. Like I have like 200 subs on my YouTube channel, right? And
Uh-huh.
like it's come to a point where like you look at these streams and you're like, what are they offering the community? And they have like 400, 500 views per like a stream at minimum, and you're like, what do I need to do to get views onto my quality content, you know?
But
but
in
that's the thing. I mean,
reality,
more. Yeah, Mania,
yeah,
continue.
in reality, that doesn't work out for them. I mean, those viewers, if you check their comments as well, they
Yeah,
come
it's
for
that. That's
something
that.
else.
Yeah, that's what I'm supposed to say. So that's what I'm talking about. It's basically the crowd base. What she got is all negative, right? So it's not the positive comments. It's nothing like that. I mean, she does have positive comments, maybe 25%, but the other 75% is just like all those negativity. And if like when she goes out or when she it might backfire on her. It's just that like maybe she's another type of content creator. I mean, I personally went to her stream maybe like one or two times, and her being like so I mean, it's there are so much other female content creators. I mean, girl gamers, girl streamers. There's so much more who are actually talented as well. It's just that in our local fan base actually අර මොකක්ද කියන්නේ ආතල් එකනේ මිනිස්සු ආස අර රෑ
Yeah,
වෙලාවේ හරි
yeah.
දාදි ගොඩක් කට්ටිය ඒවට. So because of that, I'm pretty sure like they won't be recognized right now. It's just that as Maniya and as you said, it's the other thing they actually want.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like this. As a content creator and including a streamer, what you must do is focus on building an audience, not bringing
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
viewers, not getting viewers. You have to build a dedicated audience. That's what matters. But what's that person, what those sort of persons are doing is just putting out content and trying to get some quick bucks and
Yeah.
viewers,
Yeah,
and that's not going to work in the long term. Maybe she can that person can get some viewers for a while and some quick bucks, but when you are dedicated to your content and have a dedicated audience, that's going to last. Even if one day you stop making content, your name will still be there, talked within the community.
Of
exactly.
course.
That's what
Yeah.
matters.
Uh, Speaking of building an audience and not getting views, what advice would you have for people who are in the streaming life, are coming up in the content creation life? What advice would you have for them to build an audience, like you said, a dedicated audience that is not about the views, it's just about that fan base that is there that's dedicated to you? What advice would you give?
um I mean, in the first place, it's about content. You have to make content that is unique, and it has to be something that your audience would love to watch. And the audience is going to be there step by step. It doesn't grow big in the one day.
Yeah.
So it will take time, but you will have to be dedicated to them as well. You will have to be consistent and stick to a niche and
Okay.
build the audience slowly. But if you rush to get viral, that's not gonna work again. It might
Okay.
work, but there's a less chance.
There's a lower chance of that working, right? Because once you get to a viral video, I mean, everyone is going to probably expect the same level of content, and it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
easy to put out something like that. Hella, would you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, as Mani mentioned before, the content has to be actually good, and what I messed up a lot was the consistency. Like what I did the most was, as I said before, I had issues like with time, time schedules, and I couldn't do my streams as well as sometimes. So it's just that when you post some, when you go on, like when you go live, maybe today and then tomorrow you won't go live, or day after tomorrow you won't be able
Hmm.
to go live. It just like you will miss that fan base. That fan base won't always be there for you until you actually capture that fan base, right? So if you're not there for maybe like 2 3 days, if you won't be able to put your live stream, they will, in that spare time they have, they will go onto another live stream. It's how that happens, right? In Sri Lanka or in other countries, it's
Countries,
it's
yeah.
just that, yeah, it's just that you need to have that consistency. So that's what I would give.
You
What
need,
would you guys? Sorry, Mania.
yeah, you need to have that consistency until you build a dedicated audience.
Yeah,
Then
exactly. Yeah,
they would be raving for your content. They would be asking why you are not coming live.
yeah,
Right?
exactly,
Yeah,
You have to come
exactly.
to a level like that.
Mm.
yeah. What would you
Which
say
I
is a
couldn't.
good? What would you say is a good consistent rate per week to do your streams?
It really depends on how you want to go with it.
Exactly.
If it's streaming, you will have to do at least once a week. But if it is
Okay.
content, it can depend. If you are putting a huge effort, let's say if Block and and what's the they upload only once a month or sort of once every
Yeah.
2 or 3 months like that. So it really depends on how you want to go about it. But if you're a streamer, at least you have to stream once a week, I guess, to
Okay.
Yeah, it's
stay
just like how
consistent.
Mania said. I think it's exactly that. So it's just that how you want to go. If you want to go one day a week, then that's how you want to go. But if you actually practice that time schedule, that's going to be your time schedule. You can't just flip back and
Shane,
forth.
yeah, flip back and
Yeah,
forth from it. Yeah.
exactly. So
I
you have
feel
to.
I put out videos every Friday on YouTube, and it's I would love to put out more, but I know that I'm going to burn myself out content wise if
Yeah,
I try and put out more per week, and it's a lot of work to edit your videos alone and color grade and stuff. So
exactly.
I try and keep it as one video per week. Maybe I tried YouTube Shorts, and YouTube Shorts are like not bad. It's like 59 seconds. It's easy. You can record off your phone, and I think YouTube Shorts are also coming up in a way that it's good. And if you guys haven't tried YouTube Shorts, I would recommend you guys trying Shorts because even Mania, like you have a 3 month break at the moment. So if you can just maybe get into Shorts, that might actually help.
Yeah, I should try. I have
Yeah,
seen the
because
shorts,
it's
but I haven't never
yeah,
tried it.
because it's only 59 seconds. You can very easily do a quick story about what's happening right now or where you are. Or, it's
Yeah.
fun actually to edit because it's not going to take a long time to edit also. Another question for both of you guys. What do you all prefer, PC games or mobile games?
A PC, of course.
Oh, this is gonna backfire a lot.
I'm putting you on the spot. Drink your water, take your time,
I mean,
answer that question.
well, yeah. So sorry, my mom.
That's okay. You know how
Yeah.
my mom is just.
Yeah, my mom just walked in and she was like, "Do you want something to eat?" I was like, "No, no, mom. You have to go now." He's like, "No, no, tell me." Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
yeah,
shared one thing on
so
my Facebook profile also today. I shared a video also on my Facebook profile that mothers in Western countries, hi honey, can I come in? And then
yeah,
in Sri Lanka,
yeah, yeah.
"Pemanoda karanne."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Because
So
like when we started recording also, my mom walked in and she gave me like a cup of coffee. I was like, okay, I'm grateful that you gave me a cup of
yeah,
coffee. Then she's looking at me like to say thank you. And I'm like, just just go. I'm
yeah,
recording here.
yeah.
yeah, so Maria, yeah, you go ahead first.
It's of course PC games.
He
Hella
answered.
said,
Oh
Hella, you need to
no!
take another sip of
Oh
water and
no!
come back to this.
take
Okay.
another, take another sip of water.
Well, I mean, you can skip the question though, right? Oh, is it not okay?
Why?
So I
Anyways,
mean
you're gonna play
my
on emulator, no? The
yeah.
mobile
I
games.
mean so hari ete ekai thing, it's supposed to happen. So stream megane. So okay, so so my fan base is actually towards the mobile crowd. So I think especially, and I'm here because of the mobile crowd, being honest. So not because I used to, I mean, I played Dots as well, but
Yeah.
it's just that I got a huge, fan base because of the mobile crowd. So I'm preferring. I mean, I like to play PC games. I'm also a PC gamer as well because I started off there. But it's just that I'm towards both the sides, PC and mobile. But I'm more towards the mobile community though. So I
Okay.
would think,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. I
that's
think you
my
took a very diplomatic answer there,
yeah.
and
I mean,
you were
I
cheating a
had
bit
to.
there.
Yeah, I mean, I
He
had to.
wanted
So
to save his both audiences.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
but more towards mobile crowd, I would say.
Okay. Okay. Also another question to Hella and Mania, of course. What was the reason behind your names? Because that's a
Yeah,
hella strange name, because
yeah, because I
The
mean,
Hella Pants.
no,
yeah, hella
like,
punts.
so originally it was Hellbreakers, as
Okay.
I think everyone knew, and then I think it was back when there was a guy called, I shouldn't be naming. I mean they made fun, right? Fun as in you were like mu hela 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 kila nikara. It all started as a like kind of like a for a meme yak nika vihilok okay. But
Okay.
it was actually good. And then Terra and them started calling me Hela as well, but not in that way. They
Right.
call me like it as a like a short form version.
Okay.
But for those people, for the first crowd, it was like mainly like kara bihilu karla meva karla when I used to play Dota 1, Warcraft 3. And then when I started Dota 2, I was like, people don't call me Hellbreakers, right? And people call me
Yeah.
Hella. So I was like, you know what, let's just go as Hella. And then that caught up, that really caught up, and I was like, okay, just let's just say it as is. I mean, I
Okay.
was initially going towards Destiny Awaits,
Okay.
Hellbreakers. Yeah,
Wow.
there was so many more, but Hella was the main one. So I was like,
Okay.
so I'm still Hella though.
Okay. Okay. And Mania, what about you?
It basically comes from my name. I'm Manitano.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my classmates and
Friends.
my school friends used to call me Mania back in the day.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, yeah.
It stuck.
And when yeah, it started when I used to play
Yeah.
basketball. Also, I used to put the name as Mani on my back of
Okay.
the kit, basketball kit.
Okay.
So
So, last question to you guys, right? Where would you guys want to go on the long run in this? Do you guys want to? Now, you spoke about doing your day job right now to help you in your future. If you would like to elaborate on that, and Hella, you spoke
Yeah,
about
yeah.
coming apart from the organization you are with on a long run, maybe. So,
Yes.
would you guys like to elaborate on that before we head out?
Yeah, so about that, so I mean, streaming was like, it's gonna be like a part-time job because streaming is not something you could. I mean, but this is my opinion. I mean, not that I'm talking about like for the whole community or not for streamers or gamers. Like
Yeah.
we never know, right? We never know what's up in the future, and streaming would be there right now, would not be there right now. I mean, would not be there in the future. Maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, maybe 15 years. But if this is my career path, then I don't think. I mean, streaming would be something I could earn from, and I could actually, like, get a good fan base, how to move on. But it's gonna be kind of limited, I would say, because moving towards the long run, because no one would be looking at you if you're 30 years old, 35 years old, right? So I mean, come on. I mean, it's
offensive.
No, I mean, no. I mean, not no. Okay. Let me rephrase
I'm
that. Let me
getting
rephrase.
close
No,
to I'm getting close to the
okay.
age, okay?
No. Okay. So let me rephrase that. Okay. So if I say, like, if I'm like, okay, so no one would like. I mean, not like that. I don't want to be in it, like, make it offensive or anything.
Drink
It's
some
just
water, it
that,
might help.
yeah, I mean, it's just that, when you're actually, if this is your career path, so what are you going to do after you're 40 or 50 if you don't have, I mean, something to do? Because streaming would always be something for me, like a part-time thing. But if I'm actually in the hosting or casting, I could actually move up the ladder, or I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to, like, because it's something you could actually evolve into. If, like, the more you learn, the more you know about things, the more you know about the
Yeah.
organization.
You got muted.
You got muted, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, stressing me out though, this question. But then again, not being offensive or anything, but it's my own personal thing, is that we never know what's up there in the future. So for now, my thing is that I want to continue doing hosting and casting, but streaming would be like a part-time thing.
Okay.
So that's my thing.
Okay, thank you. Mania?
Yeah. I mean, Ella
Money,
was like
yeah.
very stressing out with that, but I actually do
Yeah,
agree.
I
I
mean,
actually do agree.
you don't have to answer it if you're uncomfortable answering it by any means.
no, I mean,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah. In my right now, I have actually sort of plans to build up my own organization or my company in the future, and I know that streaming will be temporary. I don't know how long I would be able to do this because it's already kind of stressing me out, and even content creation stressed me out at one point. That's why I actually moved to streaming. So it will
Okay.
always evolve into
Yeah.
different
Yeah, different
sectors
ways.
or different variations. But the base level is I will always be a content creator.
Right.
So it will evolve from there.
I think you have the best role model for your situation right now is because Casey Neistat spoke about this on one of his videos talking about
Mm,
it's like content creation is like a forest. You have to make it from one side of the forest to the other side, and you have to
yeah.
swing on vines like
Yep.
Tarzan. But in order to get to the next vine, you have to let go of what you were doing earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so I
cannot
think you're
stick to
going
one
through that
thing. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, we have to constantly evolve, and I like you guys how you guys are going to go around with it, and
And things
I
like
love that.
this, and I'm so sorry, Rahul, but things
No, no,
like
but
this are really risky as well. And it's something like, even when Mania spoke about how he wants to evolve and stuff like that, these stuff are actually risky, because these
yeah,
stuff
of
could
course.
make you lose your own personality, lose your own fans, on you, like your own crowd. It's really risky until you achieve that, as what you want. But
Yeah,
like, so like, like, just, letting the viewers know as well, because, it's not just, these things are not just coming out of mouth. I mean, these things are what we thought of and what we actually could evolve into with the
yeah.
risk.
Right.
So I
Yeah,
think,
because
yeah.
I mean, we as taking the next step in what something we want to do is definitely testing waters. It's not proved waters, so it's
Yeah.
definitely risking everything we got, right? So
Mm,
I'm glad you brought up that point, and everyone gets to know that because it's not easy, and especially losing yourself in that process is definitely unhealthy because of course lot of us or some of us put in a different personality when we're on online, and
yeah.
people expect that personality when you're out,
Yeah.
and it's
Mm,
not always the case. Like we guys spoke about like how anxious we get. Like I also get anxious sometimes, right? And it's not easy. Like for me, as soon as I get out of a shower and I know I'm going out somewhere to meet someone which is not for basketball or drinks, I start sweating because that's how anxious I get, because I'm like,
yeah.
what if I see people? Who do I meet? So it's not easy to be, because everyone thinks we're all these bubbly people that you can always come up to and say hi, and it's not the case all the time.
Yeah.
Mania is super
So
anxious, and not just normal anxious. This guy never even spoke to me on the first day. I had to literally, for like, pinch him, and I was like, Mania, you okay? Mania was like, it's like he's actually anxious, like not just normal
That was
anxious.
in ICBT, right?
Yeah, that
Was
was
that
in
in?
ICBT. Yeah, ICBT. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, that
ICBT.
was
Okay,
the time I was the most
yeah,
anxious.
let me. I'm so sorry for taking you guys, your time, but
Oh.
This was the time I actually met Maniya the first time, and he was kind of like the celebrity there. And I was like, okay, holy shit, that's Maniya, right? And this was the time I didn't even, I started streaming. I just how I started streaming, but I wasn't popular or anything like that. But I was like, oh shit, there's Maniya. Like we literally like Bonaka and like Bonaka. So Bonaka and I spoke about Maniya, and then like 2 days ago, and I was like, and my friend did like Lion Kolla did a video with him as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I was like, holy shit, I should go talk to him. And I was like, okay, should I go talk to him? Will it be awkward? I was like, I thought to myself, and I was like, okay, finally I got my courage. I was like, okay, let's go talk to him. I was like, hi Mania, and I was like, he was like, yeah, it was just like I was like, dude, I'm big fan, man. I mean, totally, your content is great, and I think my one of my friends, Lion Cole. I was like, oh yeah, that's it. And I was like, yeah, it was so awkward. I was like, yeah, like let's take a selfie or something. He was like, oh yeah, sure. It looks like I was a celebrity there, not him. So
I mean,
it
happens. It happens. It's yeah, because I met you at your girlfriend's basketball tournament. Like I was taking part as well, and we made eye contact multiple times, and we didn't say anything to.
Yeah.
We were like we know each other, but
but
but it was like going to come and say hi.
Yeah, it at that point it was like, should I talk to him? But what if like there was this one thing in my mind which went, it was like I should go talk to him, but at the same time, if he didn't notice me or if he didn't know me, then it would be embarrassing.
I mean, there was no way I wouldn't have noticed you because you had the tattoo, you had the gaming T-shirt, you were playing a game on your phone. I was like, dude, this guy, I know him.
I mean,
Yeah, but I was like not sure if I should come and say hi either. So I'm sorry about that.
no.
That happens,
Yeah,
Sorry,
that
Mania,
happens.
did you go to ICBT?
Yes, I did.
Dude, that's crazy. All three of us went to ICBT. That's mad.
You did. You went to ICBT as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
dropped out
I-
this year
I-
because
I met Raoul at ICBT as well afterwards, after the basketball day. Yeah, I mean, I met Maniya. I met Maniya because I went to get some water, and then
You like that?
yeah, I think his SLT or something happened.
okay, I'm so sorry, guys. I was breaking up. My connection is so bad.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, so
Happy to have you back.
yeah, so I went to get some water, and then Mani was there with two of his friends, and like basically it was such a coincidence that like the water, like the filter was broken like on our floor, and I never go to the top floor, there's no point, right? So
Yeah.
I just went, and this guy was there. I was like, what? Like he's there. So something like that. Yeah.
Okay,
So
that's
it's
cool
such a
because
coincidence.
I live like 200 meters away from ICBT, not 200, 350 meters away, like 2 lanes behind. So it's
Yeah,
cool
Red Line
that we
Gaming,
all.
is it?
Uh-huh.
No, not
That
Red
was the
Line, like
time I had the most.
my house.
That was the time I had the most anxiety. I mean, everyone would recognize me in my campus in ICBT, so would be really anxious. And there was one time I went to this textile shop, Candy in Nugegoda,
Okay.
and there was the staircase, and then next to that there were the elevators. And there was a bunch of girls climbing down from the staircase, and they actually recognized me. They shouted, Mania! And I got very anxious, and I straightly ran to the elevator, locked locked the elevator, and went up. I couldn't think what to do at the moment.
අපරාධ මනියා ඒ වෙලාවේ
Hella, yes, go ahead. Yes.
ඒ වෙලාවේ no ඒ වෙලාවේ ඇත්තට if you had spoken to them, I think one of them you could have dated by now. We never know.
So you see, Hella's end goal is dating someone every day.
Yeah. Shaggy, you have to be worried, okay? If he meets people off the stream, now
no,
be
there's
worried.
nothing like that. I was just
At
helping
the
out.
end of the day.
No, but anyways
Would you guys like to add anything into the podcast that you guys feel like I left out or anything like that?
Mania?
You go first while I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking as well. You go first. Well, no, I mean, well, if there's any streamers or gamers, I mean, well, streamers or YouTubers, not YouTubers, but I mean, I don't know that side. I mean, Mania could speak to that. I mean, that side because I am more into Facebook streaming. So, if you are a streamer, I think then maybe you could, if you're planning on maybe opening up or opening up your own channel or something. I think main thing you should focus on is this is going to be like if you are going to be huge, you need to know where you are going to be, like because you can't just start up and because everyone right now thinks streaming is easy, it's something everyone could do. I mean, of course you could start up something, but it's that consistency and that rate of doing it which is going to get harder and harder, and every step you get take, it's going to get you closer to what you want to become, but it's going to get harder. So right now, any streamer or any gamer who wants to become a streamer, who wants to stream, I think they should know it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a rocky road, but at the same time, you're going to get your outcome if you're, if you have that content and the consistency. So I think that's the main thing I should give to a streamer from my perspective. I think
Okay.
Mania could talk to, yeah.
I think that's very well put. Thank you on that one.
Yeah. What I see is that there used to be a lot less streamers about 1 year back, but now it's very saturated. It's
Yeah.
really hard to become a good streamer. I mean, a very noticed streamer. So what I suggest is that even if you සිංහලෙන් කියනවාගේ පදුරකට ගලකින් ගැහුවත් විසික්කන scene එකක් තියෙන
Streamers,
streamers. There's a lot of
that's it.
streamers, and most of them are playing streaming on Facebook just to get the stars and the money out of it,
Right.
not
Yeah.
because they enjoy it. I even saw some posts asking how do you earn from streaming on Facebook and those sort of posts as well, because they are not actually into gaming, but they want
Gaming.
to earn
It's
something
just
out
a
of
side
it.
quest for them to get money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I suggest is that when you're starting out, you have to be unique. It's just not in streaming. Even when you're doing content, you have to be unique and I mean, do something different that can stand out from others.
A crowd.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the way you can build an audience. So looking at the streamers, I actually do not see anyone up to that level yet in Sri Lanka that does something different. So I suggest if any streamers are watching this podcast that they would further work on themselves to brand themselves and come to a level that could potential companies could reach out to them. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
To make it
Definitely.
monetize further than just Facebook stars.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So then we
which-
can prevail as an industry.
There is a project coming up hosted by an organization that someone is part of that I will not disclose, with association with some brands that are going to do a streaming competition as well, and they have had the registration closed on Friday, if I'm correct, or Thursday, and I'm looking forward to that to see how the up and coming streamers get a spotlight through that, because that's going to be good. But I'm
So
grateful for you
actually,
guys. Sorry.
I came to that point looking at those videos. I mean, those the competition you mentioned. I went through the
Yeah.
videos and I wasn't really impressed when I saw the entries. That's why I wanted to point it out. If anyone upcoming stream is watching this one, you will have to put more effort into building an audience and to being unique, not just playing game. You have to interact with the audience in a special way.
Yeah, of course.
Many say be yourself, but in this incident it doesn't work. You will have to build up a character. You will have to be different. Being yourself won't work most of the time when you are streaming.
Would you agree with me on one of my statements is that you have to, if you're going to get into game streaming, you have to either have very good game skill to the point where your character doesn't matter. It's just how you control and how you like pawn people is good enough, or you either have to have a good enough character which is very engaging, very fun to watch. But if you have both of them together and you are excelling in both, that means you're going to do really, really well. Would you agree with me on that one?
Yes, I agree with you. Mostly if you are an entertaining character,
Yeah.
more into that side, then that would be better. I mean, skills matter, but at the end of the day, many of the people watch for the entertainment, and
Yeah. Okay.
there's a different audience to watch for the skills, but that's at a smaller level, I guess.
Smaller level,
Yeah,
niche
exactly.
market, right?
As Maniya mentioned, I should also add up. Yeah, about that, I think the skills do matter, and the content, and how how you're put up with it. It all matters. It's just that what I personally think is that the Sri Lankan crowd, as Maniya said, is more niche in the category where we need to have more fun, because when we are watching, I mean, the Sri Lankan fan base is not just for the game. They are here to look at how you present, and how things are entertaining for them. And
Yeah.
as you can see, Mania Hashano, they still have the high rate of viewers because they have their own character, not because they're good at the game, or not because how things are. So I should, that's how the Sri Lankan, mostly I'm talking about the Sri Lankan crowd, mostly it's about that entertainment, I would think. Right, Mania? I
Yeah.
think.
Even, yeah, I agree. Even if you have skills, just make it one aspect of your stream. Skills is Having skills is good, but that's not actually. I don't think that's compulsory. Having
Yeah,
skills is
exactly.
good. You just
Yeah.
have to be more towards entertaining and using your skills
Characteristic.
in a
Yeah.
manner. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
like that.
Um, I want to thank you guys for coming out and being here today. I want to also end this video very quick because girlfriends are calling, as you heard earlier when you were talking. Um, කෙල්ලෝ කතා කරලා දැන් බනිනත් ඇති දැන්
දැන්
ඔයා කොහෙද
දැන්
කියලා.
ඉවරයි දැන් ඉවරයිනේ කීයද පැහැහෙනේ කිව්ව කියලා.
So I just want to like end this podcast. I mean, this has been one of the most entertaining podcast sessions for me and very insightful. I'm so glad I got to meet you guys and spend time with you guys and talk to you guys. And I want to put out another pun before we close. So Hella, big congratulations out to you, Mania, for your YouTube button back there that I see you showcasing back there.
Yeah.
Big
Congrats, Anya.
congratulations to you. Lots
Thank
of props
you.
and respect to you. Hella, a lot of props and respect for you for putting in a lot of work every week. I know it's not easy. And a big shout out to your girlfriend as well for like supporting you. Man, that's not going to be easy either.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
dude, whatever you guys are doing in the future, I'm going to be following you guys and I want you guys to do well. And I really, really support you guys. And I'm happy for you guys. And I'm happy I met you guys. So, thank you, Union Gaming, for organizing this.
Thanks,
And
man. Nice to meet you as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly, bro.
it was a fun session and insightful coming from Hela as well. And we had a good session. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, like nice to meet you. I mean, I have met you, but it was actually nice, and you're a perfect host yourself, man. I mean, I mean, it's actually a good thing we could actually speak, talk about this freely, because I have never done something like this, a podcast, and it's with Money and you, so it's like an honor, man. Thank you so much for this opportunity as well.
I mean, I feel so little amongst you giants, like you content creating giants, and today was like so crazy to come up here and be here as your host. And I'm like, now you call me a perfect host. I'm gonna go into the corner and cry after.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you did a good job, man. You did a great job.
Yeah,
And
you're doing a good job.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Union, this was the episode for YouTube and content creation and streaming. And we had our guest Maniya and Hella, and it was hella fun having them on here. And I know I'm making too many puns today. It's very cringy. I am sorry, but I had to. Right? I am your host, Raoul Ratnam, and this is the Union.